Oh, yo. I'm back. I'm back from vacation. I was back yesterday, but had some things come up. Um, Salute to everybody, man. I hope everybody had a good 4th of July weekend. I definitely had a good 4th of July weekend, man. I had a whole, like, I had a whole week, man, just vibing with the family, you know what I'm saying? Doing some stuff with the daughters and stuff. We went to San Antonio. Saw the 4th of July down there. That's the first time me ever been in San Antonio. I live in Texas, which is crazy. Hearing that, man, like that's no, that ain't the first time I've been to San Antonio. That's the first time me actually doing the tourist stuff. So I've been to state championships with a couple people I knew and everything. Been to been a couple things in San Antonio, but the first time me going to Fiesta, Texas. First time me actually being on the river walk that I can remember. Like I know my mom told me when I was a baby and stuff. So I got to experience all that. Experience the Alamo. I never really went to the Alamo, but yeah, it was a good time, man. This is what we will do. This is how the 4th of July weekend look. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, this happened this weekend. Here we go.
12 hours of celebration for the Stars and Stripes 4th of July festivities, starting this morning with the downtown 5K to then the parade on Houston. And now we're here at Civic Park for the Food and Music Festival.
Happy birthday, America.
Flooding the streets with red, white, and blue, more than 100 organizations and groups made their way down Houston Street for the annual Independence Day Parade.
Expect to see airmen from Lackland marching down the street.
And making a grand appearance, San Antonio Fire Chief Valerie Faustos. But of course, this isn't just any 4th of July.
Well, hello, 250th anniversary of our beautiful America. God bless America, always and forever.
After the parade, thousands made their way to the Food and Music Festival.
Oh, but you was having a good time out there, anybody?
I feel like
Now, what we were doing, we was at the Alamo when all this was going on. We didn't stay for the music stuff. We went straight to the Alamo. So y'all know how San Antonio is situated. You have the Riverwalk, which is like majority, which is probably like a third of downtown. It go through the whole San Antonio River, go through the whole downtown almost. And the Alamo is actually a couple of probably a couple yards off the Riverwalk. And man, by the way, it was hot. Like it was a different heat. It was more desert heat than actually like heat I'm used to. So it was kind of heated and everything, but man, it was humbling. The Alamo is a humbling. If you, especially a Texan, that's a humbling experience knowing that people literally died on them steps and stuff, man. Depending on the belief, even though a couple of them casts was flawed and everything, the slavery thing was a big issue. I'm not gonna knock that. I'm not gonna not say anything about that. But they did believe in something that we all believe in today to a point, like, free will, life in pursuit of liberty and happiness, the whole nine, and salute them for that. Like David Crockett, I seen where David Crockett, his last stand, and Travis, Bowie, all of them, man. Yeah, that was. It's humbling, especially what I like to is I got a picture of it, but my daughter's in. I'm not gonna show my daughter on here like that until she's ready. But a Japanese monument from a professor. They made a monument, honoring, the people who died to protect a cause. You know what I'm saying? And I mean you understand, like a lot of people, when you stand for something bigger than yourself, people take note, even when you don't think they take a note, and that's why I got out of that. Like they honor that monument honored those soldiers because like Japan had a similar situation done, during the shogunate. Somebody was they were defending one of the shoguns. and they left their life. They gave their life on the line on that one. I think it was Nato castles. One of those castles. It happened in the 15th century. But yeah, like it's a lot of and the thing I never noticed about San Antonio, right? Like people, we know about that, like the Hispanic culture, like San Antonio, the Hispanic culture. That's for Black America. Our version of San Antonio, if you're from Dallas Fort Worth, would be Houston. Would be Houston, Galveston, stuff like that. Their version, like their big city where a lot of their family is from, stuff is San Antonio. I mean, they got family from Houston stuff too, but just we that goes without saying. But you would be surprised how many German speaking, how many European like languages is in San Antonio. So we was at a barbecue spot, and like this family, they were all speaking German, and they were from here. I thought they were from the quote unquote fatherland, for that's what they call it, they were from Deutschland or whatever. But nah, they're from neck of woods. They speak German. You never know, man. And there's a lot of people moving here too. But like they found a bit, and I never really meet strangers when especially on vacation. I kind of keep game, trying to if you could tell if somebody don't want to be talked to. So, but like I don't go out and just be just talking to people. But we having everybody drinking, everybody having a good time. Yeah, conversation get up there. I like actually meeting people, like seeing, not necessarily know everything about them, but just knowing like there's so many different people out in the world.
Like there's going to be like a lot of people coming together just because it's a big 250.
That's what brought Brandon Luke and his family in from Houston for a fun weekend getaway.
Back in Houston, and they said go to San Antonio and experience something different. So we went to the Riverwalk, Alamo, and we had a great time.
And of course, there was
Same
something
here.
for everyone with 30 different food vendors.
The turkey leg is the best that I've ever had.
So you could grab a seat in the shade and enjoy country bands from across the state. The Stars and Stripes fireworks show also including a tribute and moment of silence for those who died in the Hill Country floods last year. And the festival here at Civic Park wrapping up at 10. Reporting from Hemisphere, I'm Hannah Gonzalez.
So Hemisphere is so this how it is. Like you got Riverwalk, then you got Hemisphere is right around like the convention center. You're getting closer to I forgot was it not Space Needle, the World Tower or something like that. That's what they call it. Then you got the Alamo Dome across the freeway. You gotta go underneath the freeway to get to the Alamo Dome. Been to Alamo Dome many times. High school football stuff. They used to have the state championship there. Used to have their state championship there, state championship in Texas Stadium, state championship in Astrodome back in the Gap. But like, yeah, that used to be a place where a lot of people they did the straight state championship for so long. So it was fun. Like Fiesta Texas was fun. One problem I have with Fiesta Texas is that me and my daughter rode pretty much everything. You can ride except for the Cooper Carver. It's similar to the Batman ride we got here. B and me, B and M, one of them coasters. Anyway, all the water rides were shut down. So with that being said, we have all the water rides because I know they got like a Buzz Bunny log ride that goes through. It shows the that cartoon when they have with the dragon and stuff. It's a classic cartoon. Dragon, Yosemite Sam is a knight, the whole nine, and what's called a Viking. Valkyrie, I meant. They closed that down. That was a water ride, and they have like a version of what we got, like the World Rapids. They call it like the Gully Washer or something like that. That was shut down. So with that being said, when it was like what 100, 200, 3 degrees. Me and my daughter were good because we had an unlimited water bottle, so we kept ourselves. I made sure she stayed hydrated. But like some of the folks, man, they were getting on that margarita. then go to Fiesta, Texas, and that heat, not taking in water. So with people passing out on the rides and all kinds of crazy shit. So that's the only thing I'm like, Fiesta says you gotta you gotta at least have one water ride open. I know they got a water park in the park, which is it would have been cool if we got to do that, but yeah, they were already closed by time we was really getting into it, about to be they were already getting ready to close. So yeah, that's the only downside I have on going that part. They should have one of water rides open. I understand like the Gullah Wash because they built a new ride, but like yeah, the Mickey Mouse, the Buzz Bunny ride should have been open. The other thing too is one problem with going to a tourist destination like San Antonio, you sometimes see I had one issue at the pool. It wasn't none of the staff or anything like that. And see, my old lady knew about this. I don't really pay attention to that unless it's like a direct threat. So I'm in the swimming pool with my youngest. My youngest is only 4, so I'm teaching her how to float and do the swimming thing, right? So I guess it was these 2 white ladies were looking at us crazy, and I'm not paying no mind because like, look, man, I'm here to enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? Ain't my fault you want to be in there and stuff. But my old lady about to snap on them, and I was looking at her like, why is she not getting in the pool? So I talked. We left. She's like, yeah, they had to leave before I get in that pool. 'Cause I would have whooped their ass. They were looking at you crazy and stuff. I felt something, but I'm like, nah. You know what? And see that's my social skills work. So like it was a couple. They were from San Antonio. We chit chat. We was in the jacuzzi. We chit chat and everything, right? And they got people from my way. We would be like, yeah, I know. So it get that's how it tests out. Like everybody, you're gonna find somebody you could kind of vibe with. So we had a good old, good old little conversation. So she, that's why my wife finally got it because they had left. So come to push come to shove, I talked to her. She like, yeah, they would keep on saying like they'll say how big you are and this and that, and they were Google out on you. I'm like, I didn't know none of this shit. I'm over here minding my own business with my daughter. Me and my daughter are having a good time. But like I said, my old lady wasn't feeling them. She about to beat their ass. She about to beat their ass for real. I like, damn, I did not know this. And then they said, she said something. They were saying something about one of my tattoos. I'm like, come on, man. I like I said, thank God nothing happened. And I know my wife. I get the vibe that she wasn't really happy about something. And I never communicated with them women. And like the kid, her son was trying to play with my daughter. And I mean I didn't notice anything with awful with that. But like I said, she wasn't feeling them. So with that being said, yeah, hey, salute to San Antonio. We had a good trip. Other than that, we had a good trip. The Riverwalk was fantastic. Like we found a pizza place. Like everybody was saying, going out, the Tex-Mex ain't gonna be as good as going out. Which I agree. Like we had some food out off the bean path a little bit. That was fire. But they had one pizza place. Matter of fact, let me go find it. I gotta give them some props, man, because I don't know. Hold up. Yeah, I'm gonna shout out right now. This place right here, Fume. That piece was good. So down here we have a spot called Cane Rosa that I always talk about with the pizza wise. Like that's my favorite pizza in the Metroplex right now. Like they make it's called the honey bastard. Honey Badger and Honey Bastard, right? So they did their own version of this, and come to find out, this is crazy. One of the waiters know my people from East Texas. I don't, yeah. They asked where I'm from. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Fort Worth. Like, oh yeah, I'm from Pine Bluff, and Pine Bluff is right next to the East Texas I'm from. My family from. So of course that became a conversation. But yeah, I can't help. I always find somebody. It's always something. I guess I gotta talk about face. I don't know. But this boy right here, Texas Sweet Heat. I don't know where these restaurants down there again they baking there. I mean, if y'all don't like bacon, y'all don't like bacon. That's cool. But this place bacon made all that work. Like that bake, it smelled like it tastes like they smoked their bacon in the smoker with the brisket. That's what it tastes like. If y'all ever had grilled bacon, so when I make my like if I'm making like a hangover hamburger, which basically bourbon barbecue sauce, fried egg, grilled onions, and grilled jalapenos, pickles. And when I cook the bacon, I cook the bacon with the hamburgers. What's up, Cutting Edge? So when you smoking your bacon in the grill while your burgers are cooking, if you're using wood chips and the whole nine, so good, by the way. I call it hangover because it helps get over a hangover. It's one of those little tricks of the trade, you know what I mean? So if you put your bacon on a grill, it gives it a different taste. It gives it more like you eating rib steaks if you do it right. So that's how when I make burgers, that's how I would do the bacon. I'll put it on the top. I'll put it on the fire a little bit, let the fire hit it, then I'll put it on the top rack early. So let all that allow that fat kind of get cooked to a point where it's everything edible. And that's how I do it. So that's kind of how they did their bacon. That bacon tastes like it's been like in the smoker with the ribs, with the brisket and everything. They literally just put bacon in the smoker. That shit was so good, and I gotta give them props on this place. I gotta give them props on it. So yeah, I talk about Fiesta, Texas. Oh yeah, another thing to drive down. I'm convinced worst highway in Texas is I-35. And this is the reason why it's the worst highway in Texas. Because that's where you're gonna have most non-Texans driving on. Let me explain. In Texas, like unless you're in certain places like Huntsville, you want to be careful on like for Huntsville and right after Huntsville, like that little corridor until you get past to like the Woodlands stuff, you want to drive speed limit. Cause like I said, Texas highway patrolman gonna be out there. Huntsville police don't play. You don't want to get ticket down there, trust me. Yeah, you drive regular. But and then in Texas, in like 35, Waco is no, you don't speed in Waco. A couple like one city, like you want to have a barrier between anything Waco, anything I think it's McClendon County. You want to slow down because that's where the DPS train at. Everybody knows this is go without saying. So on 35, unlike everywhere else, everybody know, all right, basically 10 miles over the speed limit on the interstates, the cops is not gonna stop you. Everybody knows this is what, like it says 75, you could technically go 85 till you get them certain spots. You know what I'm saying? That's just been the play. The problem is when you got people out of state, because you're gonna have people from Minnesota, you're gonna have people from Kansas, Missouri. That's all going down. Like if you're going down let's say you're going down towards Corpus Christi or you're going to Austin, which a lot of people transplant to Austin, they will purposely go slow in the fast lane to slow down the whole traffic. Then that's where 35 you have the most construction on 35. So that's why I said like that place, that the drive down and drive back was just it was hard just because people, you don't have the Texas etiquette. People want to drive slow. Now I understand, well, you shouldn't be speeding, you shouldn't be doing that. Well, I mean, telling you I shouldn't be in Texas either, but y'all do it anyway. So that's, So that being said, man, look, other than those three things, hey, 4th of July in San Antonio, if you gotta do that one time. Yeah, that I understand the heat. The heat might be a thing, but hey, San Antonio is a fun city. It's a weird city to me, just because like it feel like I went back in time. It felt like Fort Worth back in the 90s a little bit, like where how things are structured, as in it gives it's an old Texas vibe. It's chill, but it's hard to really explain. Like Houston, Houston and Dallas Fort Worth is more fast paced than Austin, hands down. It's more fast paced. But if you're going down there with your kids, you're going down there, you just chilling. Oh, perfect place to be at. Especially Riverwalk, which is a touristy type of thing. Man, it's just chill. And by the way, the hotel we was at, let me show this. Oh. So this is the hotel we was at right here. The Hotel Contessa. No, I'm not. I already been there. So that, like I said, this is how our room look. Pretty clean. It's right off the Riverwalk. You know what I mean? Oh, hold up. Why did that go there? Hold up. That's weird. Second. Why did they do that? All right, this how our room look. Only real knock I got, the restaurant's off the chain. That restaurant they got in there is off the chain. One of the better restaurants on the Riverwalk. So that's where the restaurant is. It's called, I think, Asking or something like that. That's the pool. I was literally right here, and that couple was that I don't know what they were. That couple was over there. That's when my wife was like wasn't feeling them. Oh yeah, on Saturday nights Friday nights they have a mariachi band. So I meant to post that on my Instagram, but they'll do, they'll come and play the contemporaries in mariachi form, and then people they do like a karaoke with the mariachi band, which is kind of cool. So yeah, literally I was like right here, the couple's on this edge, and my wife was right there. My wife was right there. If y'all can see it. All right. Enough of that. I enjoyed the trip. Just to put everything in perspective, I enjoyed the trip. Let's see, hold up. All right. So while I've been gone since last Tuesday, one of my favorite shows on Disney Plus came out. X-Men 97. I want to tell you right now, I had reservations about this season, right? That this season will actually deliver like last season did. I have to give them props. I don't know if they changed anything yet, but this been the best. These last 4 episodes been the best shit I've seen Disney do since Endgame. This is a legit good show. They start with the Days of Future, which is that's one of those things that happened. Let me see when Days. I mean, see when that happened. Days past 81. I can't remember when that. I think that happened in the 90s. I don't want that. Give me the old stuff. Oh yeah. So yeah, Days of Future, right? So basically, it was an X-Men, X Factor, and Fantastic Four crossover. They has this Days of Future, Days of Future Past, Days of Future Present. So that's the first episode, and that's basically the whole what's up, Phoenix? That's basically the storyline that introduced Cable, and then they like they showed the X Force getting created, which is X Force. If y'all grew up in the 90s and man, the X Force was the shit. X Force was the shit. You heard me? So yeah, that Apocalypse, man, Apocalypse is iconic. That's my joke. My daughter said, my oldest, she was like, Joker's her favorite villain. I'm like, man, you ain't mad Apocalypse yet. Joker's a good villain though. Yeah, she like Joker. And I'm Apocalypse dude. And they showed the rise of Apocalypse from when he was at El Salvador. That's El Salvador. So yeah, if y'all want to reminisce on some shit, man, X-Men 97. X-Men 97 is legit the best thing on Disney Plus. I can't. It's better than any new Star Wars. It's better than any new Marvel. If they going with this storyline, what they doing, they going putting this in movie form. MCU will be back. So here's what I'm saying, right? Okay. I'll tell you this. If y'all know y'all don't know like what's going on with Apocalypse. Apocalypse, probably one of his main enemies, like he doesn't like, is the dude called Pharaoh Tuck. If y'all know who Pharaoh Tuck is, you saw a version of Pharaoh Tuck in what's that show? Loki. You saw Loki's season 1 in Quantumania, Ant-Man. So Pharaoh Tut is Kane the Conqueror. If y'all don't know, he's legit Kane the Conqueror, and that's Apocalypse's main enemy. He hates Kane the Conqueror. He don't know who Kane the Conqueror. He knows Pharaoh Tut version, but like that's the one person that drives him to become Apocalypse because he wanted to get more powerful to because Kane the Conqueror, he was a pharaoh back in Egypt, and he was enslaving people, and he was El Salvador was a big time slaver. So Apocalypse storyline is basically the opposite of Moses, where he gets left by his mother, but he ends up staying a slave. It's not like Prince of Egypt and anything like when Moses become like a higher official to the potential pharaoh and stuff. He grew up in slavery as a mutant. So I wonder if I could show this clip. I might show this clip.
Standing out is good. For flavor that stands out in any crowd, try Sparkling Ice Guava Passion Fruit, here for a limited time. Watch Elle from the world of Legally Blonde, only on Prime Video.
Also in other news,
ever since the X-Men disappeared, your presence starts to look more like my future every day.
A dash of optimism wouldn't hurt, Bishop. Haven't even tested this damn thing. You confirmed the lock on their locations?
Since they went missing, there have been ripples in the times.
Yeah, my boy Bishop. But so basically, it's telling the premise.
Dream. I've been able to track the deviations back to 2 different points in time. Ancient Egypt, 3000 BCE, and the 40th century. We're looking at...
So, y'all know anything about... So I'm just going to do the little clip. I'm not going to show the whole thing. Hold on, I don't want that. Season 2. They only gave it 8. All right, that's cool. So yeah, if y'all you need to watch something, a good show. I highly suggest this show. All right, let's transition. Hold up. So, PlayStation fans, if I don't know y'all heard about this situation, but Sony has decided, matter of fact, and this happened when I was away. On June 26th, Sony notified PlayStation users that if you buy, hold on, I never been sent to me for always been. Yeah, Just Jay, I feel you on that. Like I went for like football stuff, but all right, y'all need to know this. If you got PS5 and the end of 2027, there will be no more discs. They're not producing any more discs. So hold up. And even with that being said, on June 26th, Sony notified PlayStation users that 551 movies that they had purchased, including Terminator 2, Total Recall, Paladin 2, would be permanently removed from their libraries on September 4th. So here's the issue, right? Ever since this sucks. No gamer likes this. The days of actually owning this is the whole point of having a console was to have the physical meeting. Yeah, I've been in San Marcos too. So they have a physical medium to be able to just whenever you need to, you want to play a game, just put the game in there and play it. That's the whole point of having a console, right? Now everybody's been mimicking what PC be doing, like because PC legitimately you had a reason to not. They had a good reason to eliminate the physical situation from PCs because you could actually crack. I mean, you could actually put the game on your own system. There was no way that they could like keep that monetized. They like a console. You installing, you playing the game. Like if it was an old school cartridge or something, you play the game, whatever. And that's actually a person's property. They could, unless they rent it or whatever, that's an actual person property. They could go and sell to do whatever they want to do with it. But there was like there was tangible to have. Plus, when you collector, like if you got any of the old school Nintendo games sitting in a box, you got a lot of money. Like that, people go out and find mint condition, games or whatever. So that's a whole thing within itself. Them going consoles starting going away with that is nobody wants that because that's the whole point. It's the whole point of me having a PS5 and able to play if like especially like my fat boy PS3. I could play pretty much all the games prior to the PS4. I could play all those games, right? PS1, PS2, PS3. That was the beauty of having that console. You know what I'm saying? Same with same with the PC, like because you have Steam. If you have like the old game and you want to okay. If you have the CD key for an old game, you could just type in the CD key and you could get that game on Steam. Unless it's locked up on DRM. It was like an older game. It's like on DRM. Not older game, but like more recent game that you put, they use the CD key or whatever. That's the long story short. Like backward compatibility was, for both for PC and like the older PS4, PS3s on down, it worked. When you're doing this, especially when it comes to movies, like people buy digital movies, man. Like this is the reason why, like I go and get all the movies I love on disc because sooner or later, I mean, we saw it back in late 2017 to like the 2020s, where you had these companies, Disney included, going and censoring and going or doing something to the original copy of a movie. Like for example, Total Recall, right? I think what Total Recall had a 3 breast scene. That the chick with the 3 titties. That I mean, but in some places that could be edited out, or that's an iconic scene for that movie. Or like some of the scenes are like I don't know, like the Rescuers or like some of the kid movies in the 80s where they get caught looking at Playboys and something like that. Good humor at that time, but now it's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Modern sensibilities take hold. So this is horrible for if you got a PS5. This is horrible. So this dude going back, he gonna tell me. All right. All right. Let me break that. They talk about the movies. On July 1st, Sony announced that starting January 28, 2028, every new PlayStation game would be released digital only. Physical disc production for new titles is ending. This is not a coincidence. This is a demonstration of the model they are intending to lock in. What else died this week? The PlayStation Store on PS3 and PS Vita was shut down globally by mid 2027. Anything not downloaded by then is gone. God damn. GTA 6, the most anticipated game of the decade, will have physical editions that contains only a download key, no disc. Oh, yep. So with this being said, they could just, like I said, they could censor anything. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jess J. Reports indicated that the next generation of Xbox may launch without disk drive. Microsoft is already testing a tool that converts physical disk into digital licensing tied to the disk itself. Sell it or lend it. The license transfer with it. Analysts are reading Sony's 2028 deadline as a clear signal that the base PS6 model will likely ship without disc. Even Nintendo long considered the last major defender of physical media, now ships mini Switch to physical releases as game key cards, cartridge that contains no game data, only download keys. So this is, you're right. So the real issue is I'm telling y'all what's about to happen, real talk, right? Whatever movie you love, right? If it's Friday, if it's any of the old Richard Pryor movies, if it's any of that, though, any movie, anything that you cherish and love that's kind of edgy, you need to go buy it now. As in actual disc, not online shit, actual disc. And you need to get it. You know what I'm saying? You need to get it. You need to, because what's about to happen when none of your art is tangible, that means you really don't have art. Like the whole point of art. Oh, nah, come on, Jess J. You really, oh, okay. You really, really need to get real. Like, whatever come to you, like, because think about this. Look back where all this stuff was known as being problematic, or it's offensive. It's offensive to this group, offensive to that group. They haven't left. They haven't went anywhere. They will right. That group of think will come back. Yeah, you know. Here's my thing, man. Like, whatever you like, it's gonna hit hip hop. Like, it's gonna hit us hard. They gonna be real. I mean, we're gonna have some soft ass shit coming out a little bit, right? You know what I mean? And this goes with it. Switch to a digital PGM format is obviously a joke. Oh yeah. Consumer trends, Sony owned numbers show that almost 8% of games are already purchased digitally. Physical discs carry manufacturing, shipping, and retail costs the company would rather avoid. On paper, it look like simple efficiency. Control, real reason control. A physical disc created three markets Sony could never fully control. Used games, rentals, and discounted retail copies. Digital distribution removes all three at once. One storefront, one price, no secondhand market, no lending a finished game to a friend, no cheaper physical copy of a title still sold at full price digital. Man, look, real shit, CP3. Look, I'm rocking. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna be jamming the shit out of Future. If that motherfucker good, I'm getting a vinyl. I'm getting a vinyl, just like I did with any good album. I'm just going ahead and get the vinyl on. Because what's gonna happen? We have these good albums. They're gonna be fire and everything. First controversy. Some of these record labels and Future probably exempt from this, but because of he pretty much owned a lot of this stuff, and he got stupid. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Get that. I get every album I love. I get on vinyl. And that's just real shit. Like invest in a record player and go and get the vinyl. And I mean, especially you can't count on you can't count on things that's gonna last and be to itself and everything. It's like, I mean, they could make a country version just to make the album a collector's item, you know. All right. On additional only doesn't just move purchase online. It turns millions of $0 transactions to full price ones that go. Every transaction now passed through a single point of control. The predictable result is higher prices, fewer real discounts over time. This was just never just passing. It was the only form of ownership that did not require constant permission from the project to keep working. Yes, go. Read the fine print. Every digital purchase is a license, revocable, non-transferable, and governed by the company's terms. Terms of service. Sony agreement make it explicit that content can be removed without compensation. California passed a law in 2024, AB 2426, forcing digital stores to clearly state that buying digital content grants only a license, not ownership. This is what you'll buy. You'll own nothing, be happy shit. The law was needed because companies would spend years pretending otherwise. Permission can be revoked. In 2024, Ubisoft shut down The Crew. That's a racing game. A game people have played full price or became unplayable. That case helped launch the Stop Killing Games petition, which gathered over 1.4 million signatures. Sony did not wait for a regulator; it celebrated the license model instead. This is also not Sony's first offense. In 2024, it shut down its own first-party game Concord, which 2 weeks after launch, which is crazy. I think I talked about that story, making the title disappear so completely that mass refunds were the only option. A similar studio canal license expired had already removed purchased movies from libraries in Germany and Austria in 2022. So again, when you buy anything from Amazon, which is just a digital watch card, they license could run out, and that pretty much make that movie null and void. So it's really no point in buying digital movies. You know what I'm saying? unless you, I mean, this is what's really crazy now. You have these pirate websites popping up again because of this. So this is gonna be interesting. Like, piracy is about to go. Like right now, like when you had like the Netflixes and the Amazon Primes, the Disney Pluses, the Paramounts, the HBO Maxes, you didn't really have a need to pirate movies anymore. Like some people still do it, of course, but like on a grand scheme of things, that didn't make any sense to go out and be pirating movies because the movie, it would be on stream. Dang, hold on, y'all. Like I said, like I remember back in the Gap, like bootlegging CDs was a big deal, but now like everybody got this. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, though, when you digitalize music to a point they did, the artistry kind of left. Like you find very few artists overall. I'm not even talking about just hip hop artists, but overall, like that come with something more like tangible. Like, of course, you got the J. Cole's, you got the K. Dots, you know, in hip hop, and maybe some of the you know, Griselda Records cast, or even Big Sean. You got some that still do the artistry, but like most of the stuff is like disposable. And that's the problem when you make everything accessible. Like this is because like right now, this could damage gaming to a point where you might not have consoles anymore going forward sooner or later. Like we not that far off from like 2 or 3 generations. Not, you know, you got an app on your TV that, you know, you just get whatever game you're gonna get and just pay a subscription. You already got Game Pass doing something like that. You know, you got EA Play, like right now the college football, which I want to show a little bit of. I played a couple games before I got on stream. It's different, by the way. Especially on PC, I gotta get used to it. But like, you gotta really. This might be the end of having an actual console. Preservation math. The Video Game History Foundation found that 87% of classic games are no longer commercially available anywhere. Physical discs were the last real safeguard. As long as one copy exists on shelf, the game still exists. In a digital world, a game survives only as long as a company continues to pay for servers and decide the title is still worth supporting. Sony showed how quickly that can change twice in 1 week. Who gets his first? Owners of disk drive PS5 consoles who pay extras expecting physical media is to remain irrelevant. GameFly destroyed, which is rented physical disc by mail since 2002, and now signs its last his statement's last rental standing. Man, hey, look, honest got true. Yeah, like Just Jay, with that being said, you my wife is saying what she didn't understand why I was buying. I bought all these 4K discs of movies I love, like The Thing, Terminator 2, you know, classic movies that I know they're gonna fuck with. The Thing is my favorite horror movie of all time, hands down. Uh the entire used game and trade-in market, the resale value of any game you finish drops to 0. That's if you just players with slow internet and get data caps that who now face 100 plus gigabyte downloads. That's anybody in the country. This is not a neutral format change. This is a deliberate removal of the last leverage consumers had over price availability and long-term access. The pushback. Publishers and preservation groups reacted quickly. AM8 Big said it was profoundly disappointing. Fangamer in the Video Game History Foundation issued statements within hours. Indie studio, Eternum, okay. Publicly pledged a physical press copies of every game before the 2028 deadline. Even on Sony's main own accounts, the backlash has been sharp. An unrelated Spider-Man emoji post collected over 3,000 angry applause. Many vowed to skip the PS6, which I'm not getting PS6. Here's my thing: getting the college football might have been my only reason buying PS5. Like I got games for PS5 that I play every now and then, like the college football, of course, college football. And then I got PS Plus, so I get some of the other games I kind of missed out on. But other than that, like it's no real reason to have a PS6. There's no real reason to get one. I don't keep a buck with y'all, unless here's the reason. Let me walk it back slightly. If the PC parts prices still be up at this price, what they doing now, that's the only reason why you might get a PS6. But the thing is, like, buying games, you might as well go ahead and do subscription services and get a game when it comes out as a free asset or something like that. Like, actual buying games don't make any sense because, like, if you can't play it after the servers are down, what's the purpose of why you even buying it? They're defending the principle that paying for someone should be you actually own it. Okay, yeah. They're showing the stuff. All right. That's all of that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and show some of this gameplay. All right, hold on. Let me share a screen. Share. I do it. Okay, hold up. Oh well, hold up. All right, I'm gonna play a little bit of this. This is my first legit game of this, so I'm gonna have some fuck ups on this. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Matter of fact, let me turn this down. So this I was playing this on PS. I was playing this on PC. Like that. It runs real good, man. Like you said, I was getting like 100 frames per second. It's cool. Oh, that's one difference it had in this game got different from 26. Like you don't trip over your lineman as easy. Yeah, Coliseum is cold on there. I'm debating I want to do. They need to do some patching on what you call it. Yeah, one thing I do like too is on a PC version, the crowd is way more electric. You see how electric the crowd is? Like on if you go play 26, it wasn't as electric and stuff. And then they got a whole like matter of fact, I play some music. Damn, just day. You got to hide that shit. And the thing is, they this game they hide the zones very well. You got to really know what you're doing. By the way, fuck all you. Everybody know, hey, that's where we stand at. Hey, I went to this game so many times. I like that play. I ain't gonna lie, that kind of pissed me off there. So y'all let me know. I might do a dynasty. I do dynasty on stream, man. Once they get the Kings out, do a whole dynasty a weekly dynasty through the season. I might do that, man. If y'all down for looking at that type of content. So they got this on PC. Easy. If you got a PC. I want it's one play I really want to show. See if I really want to show you can, hey, depending on how good your laptop is, you can probably play this on there. I ain't gonna lie, they snubbed me on this play. They snuck me on that one. I ain't gonna lie, they snuck me on that one. Oh, yeah, that Bitcoin. Just Jay. Yeah, I agree with that. I ain't gonna lie, that off top tackle play is cold on him. They're gonna score a touchdown. Yeah. And by the way, I think I was playing this on All American starting out, man, which is That's basically what they play online. This shit right here pissed me the fuck off. I ain't gonna lie. So basically, if you combo tackle somebody, that could affect you tackling. Yeah, that had me hot right there. I like the fact that look, they got the shadows right. I sat right there going to a game. Technically, he tried it. He tried to jump that damn RPO. Moses, we ain't yanked that shit. Yeah. I'm not even playing. I'm not playing the game. This is footage I did earlier. Wingo. So another thing they got different. They changed all. Hey, CB3, if you there, they changed all of the It's not triangle to do the coverage adjustments. You gotta do it with the your right click left trigger button. Left or right trigger button, one of them. No. January. And then this don't necessarily mean a deep throw. You're gonna win on deep throw all the time. It used to be where, like, if you get beat off a bump and run, that's game over. Now the quarterback they could catch up with you. Man is way more effective now. I forgot. Oh shit! I might have to edit that out. Yeah, I fucked that up. So they react. If you don't set up the screen, man, they react to it fast. I mean, it's football 101. By the way, that motion sweep look, dude, you get caught. You get caught trying to do it. Oh, and like play actions don't work really well against some defensive ends. Punt is better too. Hell no. I mean, this me having this on Colin Simmons. Yeah, it's cool. That might be January again. I like Canoe. So what I'm gonna have to do is get used to the controls with the pre-snap controls. And I'm gonna have to get used to I know how to get my sub formation subs together before I play anybody. I got two killer ass running backs now. I should have went to the receiver there. Cause like I said, you never know when they in zone or not. Man. I ain't gonna lie, stadium sounds real good, right? Look at that wide open. Trying to peekaboo, man. Man, I love how the stadium feel now, man. I'm think I'm gonna get to I'm gonna show to halftime now. We get on something else. I ain't gonna lie, man. If Texas offense is this good, I like this play coming up. It's another. Hey, this is one of them other plays, man. I've seen Snark do this shit. See his man. Bam. They got caught up in it. Got caught up in the wash. That play is nasty. That play is nasty. Look, this guard gonna go with him. That play is nasty. Well, I almost picked that shit off. It's hard to run back stuff on this game too. Let me go ahead and get the halftime. Yeah. Like the play action with the defensive ends on this team, man, they do not fall for none of it. It's a nasty screen too. uh They got pass interference call. Oh, I'll show one play. I'm gonna go. We're gonna go to the next story. This shit crazy here. That play is nasty. That play is nasty. That's all I want to show. Hold on, I pressed one. That's all I want to show on that. Let me. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna go on the next subject, man. Hold up. So this is another thing. Matter of fact, it's another thing that's been a big deal since I've been gone. I think the leaks happened right on Wednesday. The Doomsday leaks. So apparently, somebody on Reddit went through the whole, released a whole synopsis of Doomsday. So it's bad too, man. Like, My Time to Shine. That a leaker, and basically it got the whole thing. And I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, man, because it's crazy. So basically, people about to die in this new movie. It's gonna be a lot of death in this new movie, man. So y'all, if y'all want me to go through this, I might do another stream just talking about this because it's a lot. It's a lot going on. But yeah, this was the biggest thing, and like everybody's fucking going crazy over this shit. Like talking about like how this is gonna end the MCU. This is gonna do this. This is gonna do this. I'm gonna hold out. I'm not gonna hold out hope. Hope is not the right word. I want to see it being implemented. If it's implemented okay, I can get over it. I could kind of. I want to see where they going with this. So basically, a lot of people saying they're making the X-Men bad guys and they doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But I mean, if y'all read any Doctor Doom stuff, he always manipulates certain people. If they haven't met the Avengers or Fantastic Four, he'll manipulate them to do his bidding until they figure out, oh, this he's a dickhead. Let me not work with him. So I'm gonna be very selective on showing the leaks are legit because like people done talked about it. So that was like a big deal. And then next week, this weekend or next week, you have Comic-Con. That's gonna be interesting. I'll go over the ramifications of a lot of stuff going on Comic-Con next week. This is the other thing that came out. Well, here's something unexpected. As a preview of the upcoming Spider-Man Brand New Day art of the movie book has surfaced online off of multiple spoilery new looks of the Marvel blockbuster. So they got Hulk attacking Spider-Man, which he does when he go Savage Hulk. He attacks everybody. So this is not really a spoiler in my opinion. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Let's see, do I got anything else? I think I got everything on this. Oh, hold on. I might be I'll save that. Save that too. Oh, I'm going to talk about this. House of the Dragon. That's one thing I'm missing. House of the Dragon. I like it. Actually, I love the show. This last episode was pretty much more filler for the next battle. I think it's gonna get into the Battle of Thompson or whatever. And I like the fact that you in the book you don't really know Queen Rhaenyra's thought process in this whole situation. Now you seeing it. Now you seeing like how it might, why the queen, why royalty needs a royal council to deal with everyday problems. You see that going on. You see why they need that. You see the importance of having having respect in your court, because everybody gonna come with you the problems. But if, like I said, if you have some type of respect in your whole court and your leadership position, that shit gonna get delegated if you're doing it right. So it was a lot. We seeing why she might not be the right person for the job. And I like what they did with that. Now a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people are feeling some type of way about it. But I like it because it shows like, hey, running the kingdom ain't easy. Like you gotta have a certain type of demeanor to run a kingdom. And what's cause the queen, she's dealing with that now. And she doesn't have full control because people are asking questions. And that's part of leadership. People gonna ask you questions, people gonna doubt you, people gonna not like your decisions. You're gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to be the bad guy sometimes. You're gonna have to, I mean, you might have to cut a head off. You might have to do something that you might in the other world you probably wouldn't be doing. It sucks, but that's part of leadership. Because everything got ramifications, you know. So this last episode, I like that they kind of demonstrate the problem she's really having as queen, and then it's gonna get darker. I'm just gonna say it like that. If they do what I think they're gonna do, they kind of hinted to it. It's gonna get very dark. You know what I mean? And things that you wouldn't think women would be up to, she's gonna have to do. But hey, that's all I got for tonight. I had a good vacation. Like I said, I've been playing the college football. It's fun. It's just a learning curve. It's a slight learning curve going on. And hope everybody had a good 4th of July again. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate the happy birthdays I got. You know, my family really showed love, so I appreciate that. I mean, a lot of people on Facebook, Instagram showed me some love. So I appreciate everybody doing that and everything. And I want to make a move, man. Let me go. I do got work in the morning. I gotta go back to work tomorrow. So y'all have a nice night. Peace.